So this is my book critique number 5 for EDU 318. My featured text is called Locomotive by Brian Flocka, and it's a realistic fiction book, and it talks about the importance of the first transcontinental railroad, and it focuses on a family's trip on the railroad while capturing the details of the different jobs that help operate the locomotive, passengers' experiences, including the families, and how that first railroad changed the world in its building and in its transportation. So, the first lesson idea is in the content area of math, and it focuses on the idea that students will understand the importance of timing that occurs when there is a use of a locomotive on the railroad, because locomotives are used for transportation of materials and people at this time, and they will solve different problems occurring um, to the relation of solving times that trains would arrive and leave the station on different trips. And then using these examples as resources, students would then create their own short story and put it into a math word problem, and then go ahead and use the resources that they've learned to solve the problem as well. The second idea is focused around language arts, and students would discuss with a partner all of the different jobs that are completed in order to help a locomotive operate smoothly that were listed within the story. And then working together with a partner, they would use Google Jamboard to create different questions to ask one person that would help operate the train, as if they were able to interview that person in present day. Then, after that, they will just discuss these questions with each other and create their own answers according to what they've learned throughout the story and what they've read. So, this would be an example of an artifact focused on the conductor of the story. So students would be able to ask, what would you do if the customer did not have their ticket or claim they lost their ticket for the ride? How does his experience on the train differ than everybody else's? And then if he remembers each stop, or maybe he has to refresh himself on where they're stopping at, and just multiple questions such as that. The second book in this set is So You Want to Be President, and this story focuses on different details of different presidents' lives and the duties that they have to uphold to within the White House, and some positive and negative outcomes of being president. So this would be good to discuss what roles the president has and why his job is so important, but it adds a fun twist to it because it mentions like the president can do or have whatever he wants at dinner time. He doesn't have to eat his vegetables, but then presidents always have homework as well. The third book is a true story of a man who walked on a rope between two towers, and this would be a good story to focus on. He was very determined, so determination would be a great factor to include within the discussion of this story. The fourth is When I Was Young in the Mountains, and this story focuses around family and the importance of having a sense of belonging within the family. The girl talks about how she would rather be in the mountains rather than the beach because she just has a routine that makes her feel comforted, such as going to church, seeing everyone, dinner time being a fun experience. And I think that it's really important to hone on and on the importance of family and treating each other well. Book number 5 is The Last Stop on Market Street, and it talks about the importance of being thankful for what you have and seeing the beauty of simplicity. Book number 6 talks about Bozia Kandinsky and when he got his paint box as a child, rather than just painting simplistic art, he heard the colors. So he took that and ran with it and began to create abstract art. So that was the beginning of abstract art because rather than just seeing the colors for what they were, he heard them as sounds as well. Book number 7 is about two brothers, Sam and Dave, and they are determined to find something spectacular when they're digging. And they go on a journey with their dog to dig, and they start to miss jewels and other important things that the dog only begins to notice. But in the end, they see their journey as the most spectacular thing that occurred throughout. And then the last book is Flora and the Flamingo, and it's a wordless picture book, but it discusses the idea of Flora and her flamingo friend in their dancing journey and how they learned how to work together. And this book is a good platform to begin to talk about friendship and working together and reaching a same end goal. So all of these books in this set have a hidden meaning behind them, determination, hard work, or just the idea of friendship and being thankful.